Hi everyone, it's Mark here from Even Keel Pottery here in Shifnal in the UK. Got a kiln unloading for today. Just a few items, only a small kiln, only about 5 or 6 items in there. Quite a few refires, a couple of big pieces, hence why it's so small. Got quite a few new glazes I've bought recently, so I've been trying some of those. So let's see how we get on. Okay, interesting. Again, still playing with the settings on the kiln. I think I've gone a little bit too hot with this one. Yeah, there's the kiln pack, cone pack rather. As you can see, 5, 6 and 7. So yeah, 7 started to go, so we've definitely got to a 6 there, I would say. Not quite fully 6, but a good hot 6. So yeah, I want to bring it back a little bit because I'm aiming for like a 5.5, so that's probably a little bit warm. So next kiln, I know to bring it back a little bit. Right then, pieces first. Oh, I'm glad I used a cookie for this one then. So I've been doing some hand building recently and I wanted to try some different glazes out. I actually don't really like how that glaze has turned out. I've got a load of the Mayco Elements. I had the Elements pack probably about 12 months ago. Don't really use them, so I thought I'd do some combinations. Don't ask me what the glaze combination is. I will put it at the end of the video. I cannot remember off the top of my head. I know it's something, I think sea green in there, there was some malachite in there, and there was something else. But I'll put pictures on at the end and I'll tell you exactly how I glazed it. But I want you to have a look, see what you think. Yeah, it is stuck to the cookie. I do need to get that off. I'm glad I put the cookie underneath, but have a look what you think of that. It's got a beautiful pearlescent colouring. Let me just hide my face so we can really get onto the detail of that. What do you think? Got some stripes on there. So my original intention with this one was I was going to underglaze it black, white stripe and do some other stuff on it. And I went for a full coat of glaze. And where that white stripe was, it's really affected the glaze. So it's really bubbled it, and I like the texture. So I'm actually glad that's worked out like that. But it's got those beautiful, lovely brown and green streaks through it. But no, it's a lovely piece. I'll get that cleaned up, get that cookie off the bottom, and get it cleaned up. But that's a lovely piece. That's number one. As you can probably tell, my hand building skills aren't great, but we're getting there. We're slowly getting there. Again, just some glaze tests, a bit of testing I was doing. Yeah, bit of clay left over at the end of the day. I just made a quick little milk urn, milk jug, whatever you want to call it, just a single cup milk jug. Just testing the glaze combination. So on that, we've got 3 coats of honey flux and 3 coats of deep sea over the top of it, which comes into a lovely green colour. I was just testing that with different thicknesses of glaze. I've used this combination before, but not as thick, so I wanted to see what it did with a thick glaze. And as you can probably tell, half deep sea and full flux. So just a little test piece. So, you've seen me try this glaze numerous times now. I was really successful the first time I tried it, and since then I haven't had much luck with it at all. And this is one of those Kiln Ice. Yeah, Kiln Ice from Amaco. It's the pink one. What's it called? I can't even see it. Arctic Blush. Arctic Blush. First time I did it, I made a really nice fruit bowl that came out really pink. Every time I've tried it since then, it's either the dish has flopped, it's cracked, I broke it, or it's come out a funny colour. And again, this one has come out a funny colour. It's like burnt. Don't know if you can see that. It's that bright pink, that sort of that powder puff pink that it normally comes out has gone completely, and it's a real deep, rich, almost brown colour. I don't know if that's just because, again, it's been fired next to some greens and blues, maybe. Maybe I'll try that next time, is not fire it by greens and blues. I don't know if the off-gassing off the greens is just affecting it. But strange. I do like the effect. I like the crackle effect, but yeah, we've got some pinholes in the bottom in the snow for some reason, which I've never had pinholes in snow before. So no, not. I'm not loving that one. Oh, no, that one's good. So as I mentioned, this is a refire. A couple of refires in here. You may have seen this dish a couple of times actually. I think this is about its third refire it's had. Kept getting pinholes in there. The first one didn't like the way the glaze had gone. Second one was pinholes. So what I've done, I gave it a complete coat of sandstone over the top and outside, inside and out, just one coat, and then refired it. I'm glad to say all the pinholes have gone, and I actually love how that's turned out. So we've got a beautiful streaking in there. So as you can probably tell, peacock effect. I cannot remember the original glaze I used on this because it was so long ago when I glazed this. To say this is the third refire. And on the outside, same thing again. It's those beautiful streaks with that sandstone effect over the top. I do really like that now. Yeah, that's that. That's a good one. We'll take that one. Right, so that's the top layer. So 2 layers in this. Only a few items, and mainly test tiles, I think, in this bottom layer. Right. Tea towels. Yeah, we all love a tea towel. Okay, what's happened to that? So, yeah, again, just doing a few more of these tea towels. Everyone seemed to like them last time. Let me try and get that centre of the camera for you. Everyone seemed to like them when I pulled this out of the kiln a few weeks ago. So I've done some more, but for some reason, don't know if you can see it on the camera there. Let me try and hide my face. The glaze has bubbled, which I've never had that with the zinc-free clear before from Amaco. So I'm not sure what's happened there. Top seems fine. It's just the edges seem to have bubbled, but we'll try that again. We'll give it a refire and see if we can actually just level that out. I'm running out of room here. Let's make some room. There we go. Yeah, so I have got another one up there that's already been ready to go. Just couldn't fit it in the kiln, so we'll see if that does the same. Another refire. So in the last video. No, it wasn't in the last video. We've actually missed a video. I forgot to record. Well, I didn't forget to record. The camera played up again, so we missed a complete kiln unload. So this was in that kiln, and again, it was some new glaze I bought. It was some Speedball. I think this one is Sea Grass. And they for some reason, I don't know if anybody else uses the Speedball glazes. I know some people do. If anybody's watching who uses Speedball glazes, how do you get them? Because I don't think this is supposed to be a matte glaze, but it's come out matte. Well, it's come out like a silk matte. I mean, it's a lovely glaze. Don't get me wrong, I really like the colour, but it feels dull. It's not glossy at all. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to. The test tile that I saw at the shop when I bought this indicated it was a glossy glaze. So I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Has anyone used Speedball Sea Glass before? It's a Speedball mid-fire Sea Glass. If you have, does it need to be thick? Does it need to be thin? How have you found it works best for you guys? I like it. It's just not what I expected. Let's go for this one. So again, this is a refire. I think it's the last video I had a garlic grater that came out, and it was the glaze was so thick that you couldn't actually feel the grater. It was dull. So I've just slapped a load of flux over the top, and that's worked better. Not sure of the colour. Don't really like the colour, but someone will like the colour. But this time at least you can actually grate something on there. It's just it's thinned that glaze out and given that grater ridges. So yeah, I think you can actually hear it. Whereas before it was completely smooth. So yeah, just a standard garlic grater, but that's now usable, which is good. And final refire. I did a mug probably 2 kiln loads ago using Raspberry Mist, Mayco's Raspberry Mist. And I just tried it all over, Raspberry Mist, see what it looked like. And it was rubbish. It looked pretty bland. So I've refired it and covered it in all sorts. So there was honey flux I placed over the top. I think I did about 2 coats of honey flux. I think I did some chum plum in there as well. I just sort of splashed everything on, to be fair. And around the middle I did a band of light flux, Mayco light flux. And I think that has come out pretty nice now. Doesn't look boring anymore. Got lucky with that drip there. But I do like the way that looks now. And it's a usable mug. It's a nice looking mug. It works. But yeah, that was just one of those slap it and hope moments. Just put on as much glaze as I could, see what happened, and it worked. Final piece. Again, some more of the trinket dishes that I've got a few more up there ready to go, just with the little messages in. And I'm trying to figure a way to I watched a few videos online, so if anybody else has got any videos that tell me how to do this better, please link them in the comments. I've got words in a plate, and I'm trying to make those words stand out a bit more. So this one has got underglaze in that I've then wiped back, and then obviously over the top we've put some celadon. In this case, I think it is jade. Jade, yes, Amaco jade we use for this. It's come out nice. The words aren't that strong, but they're readable, which is good. But how do you get your words to stand out? And if anyone says to me, you just got to try not to get the glaze in the underglaze, that's impossible for me. I'm not that meticulous. So if you've got a better way of actually getting words where I don't have to sit there with the tiniest paintbrush trying to avoid the letters, then please let me know. So it's just stamped in with underglazing there at the moment. If there's a better way of doing it, please let me know. Weirdly though, I don't know if you can see, the dish and the colour on the roof are the same glaze. It's just that the roof's over the top of snow. How much does that snow affect that colour? It's madness. I do like the contrast though. I was hoping when I first did this I had visions of it being all the same colour, but I'm glad it's come out a different colour. But that just goes to show how much snow affects the colour of a glaze. So I've got a few more of those up there waiting to go with different sayings, different different things on. There's stuff with bananas and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a few strange ones that I've come up with just to give a bit of interest. And the last few things in here are just test tiles. So yeah, as I mentioned, had some new glazes. We've got some tests with deep fire brick. There's some tests with sea glass. There's some tests with another glaze I've had that I can't remember. What's it called? Another Speedball glaze. It is blue topaz. I'm not going to inflict all of these tests on you, but yeah, we've just been testing them with both oatmeal and honey flux, because I love the combinations with oatmeal and honey flux, and you get some great combinations. Look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. Let me try and on my face so it focuses on that. But yeah, you get some lovely effects, especially from, I mean, my favourite one is probably that deep fire brick over. This is over honey flux, so 3 coats of honey flux, 3 coats of deep fire brick, and you get that sort of awesome, I don't know, almost tie-dye effect, I think. That's what I call it. So that's on a smooth surface, that's on a pattern surface, textured surface. So, but some great little tests there that I've just broke. Some great little tests there that you will see in future kilns, no doubt. Apart from that one, because I've just literally broken that on the floor, but never mind. But that's me done. As you can probably tell, been a little bit quiet, as I had a video that didn't record. Sorry about that. Work and charity commitments have got in the way, but I'm back in the studio for a little while, and we've got lots of stuff ready to go. So we've got lots of bisque waiting to be glazed. We've got a couple of pieces of glaze I couldn't fit in this kiln, and then we've got loads of greenware that's drying that will literally go back in the kiln now, ready for a bisque firing. So hopefully over the next couple of weeks we'll have a couple more videos for you guys to see. But for the time being, we'll stick all of the images on the end, and we'll put all glaze combinations in case anybody wants to replicate them. But thank you very much for watching, and thanks for all your comments as always, and feel free to drop any comments on the bottom of this video. Cheers guys, see you soon.